Today, we're going to be busting the biggest myth in the world of surrogacy. So get ready and buckle up. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. Please do not skip any second because you might miss very, very important details. Disclaimer, this video is only for entertainment purposes only. Surrogates will often hear, "Why are you giving your baby away?" They will also hear, "Why can't those intended parents adopt instead? There are so many children out there that need new parents." Sorry, I messed up my editing a little bit. Hello. Good morning. So I was gonna say, surrogates will hear also, "Why are you selling your body?" And again and again, and again and again and again. "Why can't those intended parents adopt? There are so many kids out there that need to be adopted." First off, there will always be a group of people with empathetic hearts that will want to adopt a child, and that do not necessarily want to have their own biological children. But there's also another group of people that have always yearned to have their own biological children. We cannot be judging either side. We have to respect all sides. But before I continue, as some of you have noticed, I have been releasing a series of videos. The first series that I released was ASMR videos. Then I released a whole bunch of mental health. I released some lifestyle and parenting. You can look them up in several playlists that I have in my channel. Feel free. And now I have just started releasing a series of IVF and fertility sort of videos. And today we're going to be talking about this. My huge respect towards those who have adopted children in this world. Thank you for doing such good. But I also respect, again, those who want to have their own biological children. Sorry about the noise. We have pretty loud neighbors. Again, this video is only for entertainment purposes only. I had to step outside because I can't deal. Okay. The noise is coming from the other side. Okay, so here we go. So there are two types of surrogacy. One is the gestational surrogacy and traditional surrogacy. Traditional surrogacy is just not practiced very often because, it was practiced just many years ago, and nowadays it's just very legally complicated. So gestational surrogacy is a type of surrogacy where they use the embryo with the DNA from both of the intended parents. But if it's a same sex, then they have to use, if it's a same-sex couple, they have to use one of them. Okay? And it's also divided into two parts. There's altruistic surrogacy and compensated surrogacy. But that compensation that the surrogate receives, it's not because she's being paid to give a baby away. As I told you guys, the DNA from that baby comes from the intended parents. Okay, I'm trying to pause my V. Many couples have to resort to surrogacy because while they were doing IVF, they encountered many issues. It could have been recurrence of implantation failure, or maybe the woman had to have a hysteroscopy, which is partial loss of organs or complete loss of reproductive organs. Or it could have been also that they might have been suffering from other health issues such as cancer. Before a woman decides to become a surrogate, she has to make sure that she is mentally stable, but not only her. A woman does not only just show up and say, hey, I want to be a surrogate. She has to undergo a psychological evaluation where psychiatrists not only make sure that she is in the right state of mind, but they have to make sure that she is ready mentally to undergo a process in which, towards the end of the pregnancy, during delivery, she has to give the baby away, and they do not move forward unless they have confirmed that fact. Okay, so she has to be very positive and very prepared mentally about the fact that she is only doing this as an act of humanity because she wants to help a couple have their dream become true. If the psychiatrist deems that this person could possibly have psychological issues at the end of the pregnancy because they feel like they could get attached to the baby, they will not approve that surrogate. And it is a very thorough psychological evaluation. So for any woman who thinks that she could be doing this for compensation and lies to a psychiatrist towards the end of the pregnancy, because if she lied, she is going to get in a lot of trouble, because you cannot do that. You have to make sure that you're mentally stable, and you have to make sure that you understand and are okay, and that you have to give the baby back to those parents. It is extremely important that the surrogate remembers that the embryo consisted with the DNA, again, from the mother, the biological mother, and the father. And the only information and the only thing that the baby and the surrogate share is how the nutrients are passed from the surrogate to the baby through the placenta. That is it. Also, during the psychological interview should be discussed, or every surrogate should be educated on the fact that no intended parent is legally obligated to have a close relationship with the surrogate. No intended parent is obligated to get the baby to have a relationship with the surrogate after delivery. There is no legal obligation because there is no legal connection. Throughout the pregnancy of the surrogacy, both attorneys, one from the end that comes from the surrogate and the other attorney coming from the intended parent's side, work together to create a parental order. All of that is going to be set up and signed by everybody before the delivery happens. And a lot of people do this it should be done during the contract before moving forward, so that there are no problems later. Disclaimer: this is no legal advice to anybody, no life advice, no financial advice. Before somebody stepping up to becoming a surrogate and helping a family in need, she has to make sure again that she is doing this for the sake of humanity, and she truly has a passion to helping others and a passion of having a family have their dream become true. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, I know it's crazy, the editing and everything is really crazy, but you guys know how I am already. Like it today. Check out all the links under the description and subscribe for more. And who knows what my next series will be, but for now I'd like to focus in this for a little bit and see what happens. See you next time.